Shakespeare, real pleasure to be talking to you today as well.
Same
Magazine.
here, bro.
Me and my housemates spent the whole evening yesterday just watching rap ciphers, watching
Wow.
battles.
Awesome.
It was good. It was just brought back a lot, so that was really good as well. My
Yeah.
first question straight away is: as a pioneer in the Indian hip hop scene, how do you
Mhm.
perceive the evolution of the genre in the years over the last sort of 5, maybe 7 years of hip hop in India?
Uh, that's a very question that takes me back, way back in time from 2008. And I would just say one thing, bro, because honestly, when we started in around 2008, there were like 5 to 10 guys doing it underground ciphers and stuff. We were just doing it for the sake of just having the passion, trying to copy what we were seeing on the TV. For example, during that point of time, 50 Cent and G Unit was really popping, Snoop Dogg. So we used to dress up like them and, 4XL t-shirt and talking like them and using the slang 6'4", Impala, Glock, all these things. We were trying to imitate them because
Yeah,
there was no in we didn't know what hip hop is. But through that, and now looking back at that time and the current scenario, Indian hip hop has born and had its own identity to it. Like now people are rapping in their own regional languages, in their vernacular mother tongue, and have their own cultures submerged with hip hop, and it has its own identity. So coming from where we were just copying international artists to having its own soundscape and own culture within hip hop, I think that's an incredible journey apart from how massive it has become in terms of reach and uh, popularity in India. It has been enormous. I mean, Bollywood movie, you name it, all the big labels are in India right now. All the international artists are traveling to India. They're collaborating with, Indian artists. So it's a huge win for Indian hip hop in popularity as well as, having its own identity in the global aspect.
I think what's quite interesting is initially I saw a lot of rap battles that started using English as the medium, but now let's be real,
Yeah,
English is not our first language,
yeah,
and you're talking about
yeah.
regional languages. You're quite fluent in, I think, a 3 or 4 different languages yourself.
Uh, Currently, I mostly rap in Hindi and a little bit of English. I know also Urdu, so I mix them together all of them together.
How difficult is it to
Yeah.
merge a non-English style into that style of music using different languages? Like, how did you guys get brave to start doing that rather than imitating?
Like I said, bro, honestly, it started with imitating. When you started imitating, using their lyrics and, using their slangs, but the stories that they had, the stories of, expressing themselves or saying things out loud, that translated to us in a way, even if it was different language. And then while we were imitating, and we learned that these guys are telling their stories through their music. So we should also tell our stories in the best way we can express, keeping the core of the song or the vibe of the song as same as them without having to rap in English. So it happened gradually over years, I think. Like people started realizing that real hip hop, what is hip hop? It's about you. It's about you being identical to your own style, you telling your own story, you being real. So when it they learned that hip hop is about being real, we started, finding our originality, ourselves without having copy somebody others. But we were still getting inspired from them. Like there are guys who have made songs like Hip Hop Police in their own style,
Mm.
but they're inspired by them, but they have done it in their own language. And because the stories are similar, bro, whether it's like uh, United States of America, UK, and India, people are wanting to express. Rebellion is the common ground where most of the hip hop artists function from. That's what I feel, and that's why we connected. But at the same time, we learned that okay, it's about originality as well. Hip hop is about originality. Hip hop is about being real to yourself, to your culture. So when we learned that aspect, we started, evolving and uh, trying to be more original with our styles, being inspired from what we heard instead of imitating them directly.
I mean, I think coming forward to your latest single, Jalous, that was dropped, and the album Don Lyf, I mean, we'll get forward to a bit of that as well. I think we can definitely see, like, if I look at you as an artist, the way you've come into your own and found your style, you know, it's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah.
When I was watching back from old videos as well. One thing I got to say, Shakespeare, your swag has always been on point, bro. Always been on point. One thing I've got to say about that as well. I need to ask you,
Thank you so much, bro.
it was quite it was quite interesting because I saw you were featured in the book. Was it M for Minority?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How important it is to show your identity and keep true to yourself over there with such a big scene. Because how important it is to rep your own culture and is it accepted
Yeah.
easily with everyone?
Yeah, bro. Like I said, I initially got inspired for having us, mentioning social issues and talking about your society, trying to bring it a positive change in the society through Tupac's music. I'll be really honest. Before that, I had no social sort of understanding or like that kind of want to know what is happening in the society, want to know what happens to my community, what is their history. But when I heard Tupac's songs like Changes and Brenda Got a Baby, and how he was talking about his culture, police brutality, oppression on blacks community, and their voicing their resistance. So I really got inspired. So inspired that being coming from a Muslim community, I wanted to get a tattoo and got the tattoo done without even having a second thought. This is the tattoo that I hope I can see. This is the Tupac. This is my first
Right.
tattoo that
Yeah.
is, that I got made because I was so much inspired by what he was talking about, and it gave me that sort of want to understand my community, the history of India, the history of minorities in here, and history of my people, and try to understand how we can use that to make the future better. And I started becoming more conscious, socially aware. I started watching a lot of documentaries about my own culture.
Mm.
So it transcended from, my ignorance to wanting to know and speak about it. It all happened due to hip hop, due to the songs that I started listening. Then I discovered Immortal Technique. Then I discovered Loki and all these Akala, all these guys, and Dead Prez. So started researching more and more and coming across such artists who were amazingly using making beautiful music, but at the same time using, it to voice what their community was going and trying to bring it a social change, even if it was very upfront, very on the face. Still they were, making everything possible to, use that medium to create awareness amongst the youth. And that's what I eventually gradually started doing, and it happened naturally with me.
I find it quite interesting because there's two camps here. Like getting a great message along while making records that people are going to listen to, getting that a
Yeah,
balance. Like for example,
yeah,
let's choose Immortal Technique. For example, I think
yeah,
one of the best writers, one of the best storytellers. The way that guy
yeah,
can paint a picture in your mind, phenomenal.
yeah,
But at the
yeah,
same
bro.
time, he's probably one of the most least listened to hip hop artists. If you look around, look at like we're surrounded by the world of Drakes and stuff like that. So how do you achieve
Yeah,
that balance, trying to make music that people would consume
yeah.
and enjoy
Mhm.
versus getting across a message to you? Like how important, for example, Don Life, how do we split which one's message, which
Yeah.
one fits a mood? How do you make those
Mhm.
decisions?
Yeah, I think that's an incredible question, bro. So I think for me, it's more about what I want, what sort of music I want to make. And if I'm happy with that zone, that want to be sounding commercial or underground is not there. As long as I am happy with the kind of audience that I'm getting, as an artist, I would want to make music that I want. And to be honest, they always gonna be sort of listeners that are gonna listen to underground music. There are always gonna be some people that are gonna listen to commercial music. The numbers might differ, but there is always an audience. With my intention, what I try to do is to reach the maximum I can do within that audience that want to listen to conscious and socially inclined messages in the songs, and make the songs that will bring a positive change or just create any awareness in the society within that the audience. But at the same time, as an artist, we also feel like we should not let that be the only driving force of us to be musical, or try to experiment, or try to make music that is also about fun. For example, a great example is Tupac, bro. He has songs like California Love. He has songs like uh, Brenda Got a Baby, Changes. So, he's always balancing it, and it is very important. Like, it's not always, even I sometimes do not listen to conscious rap. I listen to party songs. I listen to Drake as well. I
Yeah,
listen
of
to
course.
new school artists as well. So I like both side of hip hop, to be honest, bro. And there always is gonna be people who are gonna balance. There are always gonna be pop people like you said, there was gonna be camps. Those are not gonna, like this sort of pop side of hip hop, and there's always gonna be people who's gonna find a balance. So everybody has their places, to be honest, and it's individualistic and artistic approach of each artist, like what they want to do. For example, there was a point of time I just wanted to make hardcore, conscious, socio-political music, but over the years I started feeling a little bit saturated with it, and I felt like I need to channel more of my other emotion thoughts. Maybe it's just about having fun or something like that in songs as well. It's also a form of expression. So I feel like whatever we feel like expressing, we should do that. Even my album is that sort. Some tracks, like there is a track called Bowl with EPR. It is a fierce socio-political song. But at the same time, there is this track called Self-Made, which has punchline bars, and it's a little bit lyrically violent, you can say. It has punchlines. It's talking about, dissing, calling out other rappers, sort of stuff like that. So it's always a good balance. But if you see hardcore rap, even hip hop is very upfront on the surface. But if you really look within, the roots, the culture, the messages, the meaning are always behind. And even I listen to those kind of song, and at the same thing I try to do with my album to have the messages there. So even if my album is called Don Life, the abbreviation is dominate over negativity, lose your fears, which is a positive message at the core of it.
Yeah. Everyone has an opinion, and sometimes what we're trying to do is, I think you hit it nail on the head. Like, Tupac is a brilliant example for it. The way you can have real messages, things that change your life. That
Yeah,
I was quite interested about Bombay Local. What was the derivative
yeah.
of creating the collective Bombay Local? What happened there?
Bombay Local, yeah, bro. It's really that whenever I hear the name Bombay Local, it really gives me a lot of nostalgia and that passion to just get people together and form a collective. And it has been magical, bro. I'll be really honest. Like I always, when I started, I was the very few guys who were there in my area, and we used to travel by local train. Like in Mumbai, there is local train that goes to all the stations.
Right.
That's why the name also Bombay Local comes from there, like Bombay Local train. So I took that local influence because my half of my life I have seen that travels and everything, and even hip hop has been with me in these travels. I used to travel by train to a distant station from where I stay, like northern suburbs to the southern suburb, just to be able to participate in street ciphers back then in like 2012 or in 11. So it was like 1 2 hours journey, and my whole Sunday used to go in that. And I used to go to college and then go to the ciphers. So I realized that there's a lot of traveling that is happening. And, I just for me to be able to meet people who are like me, who are wanting to cipher, who want to beatbox, who want to rap in the street, who want to break. So there used to be this garden in the place where we used to cipher, where all the breakers used to come.
Yeah.
It used to be a resting place where all the breakers used to play their music, and, beatboxers used to be there, rappers used to be there. We used to jam, and just to have that feeling, I used to go there. But then I realized that why are not these kind of people in my area, in my locality, so that I do not have to travel all the way there just to, jam with similar minded artists and hip hop heads. And at the same time, I was doing, you know, understanding hip hop culture, researching and online everything, YouTube everywhere. I was just getting lot and lot information, documentaries about hip hop culture, how it started from breakers, DJing, how it started, and how people used to do cypher in the streets and jamming and using that movement, that culture as a force to unite the youth and, just do something constructive in the society and just basically have fun with similar minded people. Because people in my area used to look at me and be like, who's this guy? He's wearing loose t-shirts and baggy pants and big chains and walking differently. So I felt like I wanted to meet more people in my locality so that I can, have similar minded people there and use that to, educate people about hip hop. They used to think that I'm a dancer the way I used to wear clothes and all. I wanted to make them know that this is hip hop culture. There is breaking, there is beatboxing, there is graffiti writing, there is DJing, there is MCing. So that thing started happening, and I was just wishing so that I find people who are beatboxers And incredibly, bro, I've found like incredible beatboxers, breakers, rappers who are part of Bombay Legal now and are doing incredible in my locality. So they were always there. It was just that idea that came and we all collected and everything just happened like, it was meant to happen, bro. It was
Oh,
just free flowing and it happened and everybody had the same ideas, but we didn't know that we stay in the same locality. So I
right.
reached out to people on Instagram and asked them to message me if they stay in the area. Then there was this guy Gravity. He had his own crew in my locality. So he's really popular right now.
Yeah,
And he also was on MTV Hustle, which is a reality show
right.
last year, and he was in top five. So all these guys I found in the locality. So basically, it was just the intention to form a group of similar-minded people and just spread the culture in our locality and in
Awesome.
our area.
Do they have a
So
lot of kind of nights, or is it like I say, is it still very much meet up during the day, everyone jams together?
we used to do that. Right now, it's not happening because as the scene has grown, the work of individual artists has grown. They have started working on their own projects, but we still try to catch up as much as possible, and we still try to freestyle, jam, and do whatever is possible in that time of frame. Because in India, it has become a really big thing now. Like a lot of in one day there are so many tracks coming out, so many albums coming out, EPs coming out. So a lot of things are happening and big labels in the game. And, so we do not have that much time like we used to have earlier, but we still try to maintain that, the core of, hip hop that we enjoy, still try to hold, meetups and, discussions. Most importantly, Bombay Local is more about, just having that community feeling together more than just, making songs and putting it out. Because individually, we all keep putting out songs every month and stuff, same with me, same with other artists, and collectively we just guide and we just be there and we just inspire each other in different ways by doing our thing. Like there are graffiti artists who will do their things and they'll inform us, and that will really inspire us to keep doing our thing. And similarly, if somebody drops a song or a video and we keep telling that everybody, so we keep inspiring each other and supporting each other in different ways.
That's beautiful. I think earlier on you were talking to me about you just filmed a music video today. Awesome. You were filming some scenes for a video
Y-
today.
Yeah, so since my album came out and it's more about the street culture and the whole hip hop culture, so I'm always looking out for ways to combine different art forms. So I have this crewmate Alchemy. He's an incredible graffiti artist.
Yeah.
So we thought we should do a street graffiti in the hood that I'm from, the locality I'm from, and that would be a great way to pay homage to hip hop and also just spread a word about the album. So he painted a beautiful wall in my locality in Virar, and we shot some videos which we're gonna use for album promotions and stuff like that. I'm rapping and that guy is doing graffiti in the background, so
Beautiful.
that sort of vibe.
I love that. I love that. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
sitting over on the pond and I see it's all happening over there in India as well. And just seeing the graffiti artists talking about dancers, DJs,
Yeah,
beatboxers.
yeah,
When I traveled over there, I ended up chilling with some of the boys from Sat Bantai and like they took me to their place of
yeah,
and this guy was
yeah,
beatboxing, but his beatboxing was different because he wasn't doing normal kicks and snares. He was making like goyle sounds, bird sounds,
yeah.
crows, crows and stuff. And
Yeah,
I was like, this is
yeah,
mad. We're doing the same thing. But like he was saying, the stories might be the same stuff, but the sounds were just completely different. So
yeah,
it really
yeah,
excites me. I mean, like just hearing Don Life. I mean, I was listening through some things. Jalous, I mean, I can't stop playing it. I've done an event recently.
yeah, bro.
I played it there as well. I mean, what a wicked choice of
Thank
song.
you so much, bro. Even the article that I am hip hop did, it was incredible.
No,
Thank you so
it was
much.
an honor. I was
Really means a lot.
really excited to talk to you
Yeah.
as well. I found it quite interesting. I was like, this guy's done like you've even ventured into Bollywood, and it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy how obviously
Ventured. Yeah.
like you. So I think was it Street Dance 3D you were in or
Yeah.
what you in?
Yeah. I did a background score in that. Like, the in Bollywood movies there are like background score that keeps going on. So it has like rap sections. Since that movie Street Dancer 3D was about street dance. So that
Right.
went with the style of rap and dance together. So I did uh small pieces of rap in that whole movie, and we went to the theater and my homeboys were like really cheering me up for that and that was fun to hear my own voice,
Yeah,
in the theater. It's a very different feeling. It sounds very different, very overwhelming.
that's
And
crazy.
with Gully Boy, yeah, bro, we should talk about that Gully Boy thing.
Yeah,
Is
it's a
one of the
big
major
deal, man.
things that,
It's massive.
yeah, yeah, it is one of the major catalysts that hip hop became really massive in India. Apart from the earlier catalysts like Honey Singh being popular,
Mm,
and the little bit collaborations like Snoop Dogg did collaboration in one Bollywood movie. After that, I mean,
mm.
Gully Boy really took it to next level with Bollywood, because Bollywood is a very big thing in India. It reaches to every nook and corner, every state, and every village to big cities in India. And that's what happened with hip hop. It reached everywhere. Earlier, there were like hip hop was in major cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, Bangalore. But after Gully Boy, it reached to like small villages and everywhere else because people connected with it. And Bollywood is a very massive medium in that aspect.
Yeah,
And even while all these things were happening, we were really I mean, my journey has been really somewhere got connected to United Kingdom as well with BBC Asian Network. I mean, around that same time,
Bobby.
Bobby Friction,
Yeah.
yeah, the host, and he's an OG, to be honest. And I always I'm really fortunate that I am being able to feature on BBC Asian Network. He came here and he did a cipher, Mumbai cipher, where he featured me, my crewmate Gravity, along with Emiwe Bantai and Prabdeep, and that cipher went like really viral. We were not expecting it, and from there it just took a our life really took a really big turn because we got global recognition. I'll be really honest because of that cipher. I mean, people from UK of Desi diaspora, the Desis that are there, they
Yeah.
really message that, oh, I heard your track on BBC, really liked it. So it meant really much to me because the music I make, if that connects to people of from my country or from my culture who is staying in a different country, that really means a very big thing to you. And at the same time, uh, the documentary that Bobby Friction was in Mumbai, he did a documentary and we did some live freestyle on it, and it was telecasted on the national BBC national TV. So that was a massive thing that happened, and we really got global recognition because of that. So I always give major shout out and respect to Bobby Friction for making that happen.
I think just before Bobby came, Vice done a documentary with Amy True.
Yeah,
He came out as well.
yeah,
So there was, and I think she was with Stony Psycho and stuff as well in the dope.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
think there was a little bit of murmur. Then Bobby came, brought it
Mm,
straight out. Like so now all the Punjabis that love Bhangra, the Bollywood lovers, they've all seen it. Gully Boys happened, and it was mental. And then obviously Divine
yeah,
coming out anyway with his
yeah,
mad viral hits. Um,
yeah.
and I was blown away with that whole scene that goes. And like props to you, you were a massive part of Gully Boy, and it was such a big deal. It was such a big deal. How nerve-wracking is going into a Bollywood film. Like you're a rapper, you're
Yeah,
creating a scene. We're supposed to be
yeah.
the bottom end of it, but all of a sudden, the biggest industry is coming and saying, you need to be in this. We need you in this.
It was another movie happening with us. It was almost like a movie, we never, like I told, like when I started 2008, we didn't even think of like pursuing it later more than like 2 3 years, and it became like 13 15 years that I've been pursuing hip hop. So I never thought, and I never thought like there would be a Bollywood movie, let alone hip hop being this big, there's so many labels coming in here, Mass Appeal India, Def Jam India. So all these things, it's beyond the imagination, bro. To be honest, we didn't imagine that. And while I started as a battle rapper. So basically, I got before I was making songs and releasing tracks, making videos. I was more into street ciphers, like I said, and
You're a savage,
battle rap was
bro.
something that naturally I was inclined towards. It's an amazing sport to me, honestly, because I'm a really an introvert, and battle rap gave me that kind of, that confidence and that release of that anger, frustration, and the all so many thoughts that were inside and were not coming out. It came out when I was battle rapping, the aggression, everything, and I felt such a relief after that battle. It was fun. It was like really creative. Battle rap is really creative. Like you get to study your opponent, you get to use your word plays so that you don't have to just rap. You have to impress the crowd, and it's really brutal. If you are not going hard on your opponents, the audience are not going to vibe with that. It's not like somebody is listening to your songs. They're live. You have to entertain the live audience. You have to bring the best punchlines. You have to be on top of your game. And to be honest, bro, in my musical journey, my skill growth of my skill and polishing, battle rap has been an incredible part of it. So since I was battle rapper and I got recognition in a scene because of being a battle rapper, this Bollywood movie Gully Boy had a sequence where there were battle raps happening.
Yeah.
So I already had that. I was amongst top, you can say top five rappers in Mumbai who were like best battle rappers. So when we heard that there is audition going on, I was working. I was doing 9 to 5, but I saw it as a great opportunity that okay, there's this Bollywood movie. Zoe Akhtar is directing, Ranveer Singh is in it, and there's this audition happening. So they were reaching out to people on Instagram and social media. So I just saw it and I saw the this description. Me being a battle rapper, to be honest, bro, it was nerve-wracking at the same time while going for audition, but I was excited because I didn't have to act. I didn't have to act in Bollywood. If I had to act in Bollywood, I would have been nervous as hell, bro. But since it was just I got the chance to be myself, be the battle rapper that I am. So it was not that much nerve-wracking because it was just same like I was doing another battle. When
Mm.
it was as same as me going for a real battle when I used to battle rap or go in a against a real opponent in my in the the battles that used to happen, B3 battles that used to happen in Mumbai. So I didn't feel that much of nervousness. I think I was more of excited. I was more of motivated, and I saw it an opportunity to finally use my battle rap skills to, have that kind of reach and audience that would enable me to be able to pursue music and, hip hop, pursue to be the hip hop artist that I am. So I really took it as a good opportunity, and that's what exactly happened. And I got selected, and then I came to know that I am battling Ranveer Singh in the battle, which is like the lead of the movie. So I could not ask for anything more, bro. So it was incredible. Those section didn't come in the Bollywood movie because it was little bit controversial over once they sat on edits and stuff,
Right.
which I came to know from the team. But we had some sections of that. It would have been more amazing if that section was there, but it even though it did have some effects, some great effects with just me being able to associate with that movie. Even the beatboxers from my crew, they did two songs on for that movie. So that was also huge news. So, as a whole, Bombay local really got really good hype for that. And even the Indian hip hop scene. And it was a learning experience, bro, to be honest. Like we didn't know how the Bollywood industry work, what are the shifts. 3 days we went and we were tired as hell. And Ranveer Singh back to back is giving the same shots. You have to repeat the same shots. We were tired with just two repeats. And so we learned that is the ethics and the system of how movie making goes.
They had to cut some scenes, otherwise Renview would never end up winning or even looking good at that. I'm
Yeah,
playing.
that would be interesting to see. But Ranveer Singh, the experience of working with him, that he he is a hip hop head. He listens to so many of old school songs. He know all the lyrics of Biggie's, Tupac's tracks because when he was studying in, he told us that when he was studying in, I think USA or somewhere outside India, he used to listen to hip hop music. So he knew the words. He was very fluent with it. I think that was one of his skill set that got him that movie. He could
Yeah.
rap well, really well, bro. So it would be a good battle if me and Ranveer went
He smashed it. I mean,
against
this is
against.
not
Yeah.
talk about Ranveer, but I've got to be admit, I mean, to see Ranveer not taking his shirt off and putting oil all over his body and to deliver a performance where I feel
It's
like
fun. It's fun.
mentally and emotionally, I grew after that film. Like even earlier, but like
Yeah.
the way we grow,
Yeah.
the way you
Movie
feel
is
invested into
incredible.
the
Yeah.
scene, and I mean, I still get like I might have to go back and watch it again just now as well. But it was beautiful,
Yeah.
and I think the biggest thing about it is crews like yourselves, Bombay Local, and everyone, and seeing the rappers come through from the battle rap to making great music to releasing albums like Don Lyf. I need to ask about Don Lyf now. So earlier on today, you said you're quite an introvert, right? And then you also said that battle rap
Yeah.
started bringing out this. we call it anger, but I suppose it's not anger, but it's a frustration. It's that rebelliousness that you mentioned earlier on. Now I need to ask about talking
Yeah.
to you. You seem like a very chill guy, but the name Don
Yeah.
Life seems a very strong kind of attitude or persona.
Yeah.
I mean, is
Yeah.
that what you were giving
Yeah.
off with the album?
The aim, to be honest, when I listen to songs such as listen to artists basically such as Park, Biggie, Nas, and moving forward to the MCs that came after 50 Cent, Nipsey Hussle, for example, Davies. So I listen to the artists who are very strong with their lyricism. They're like hardcore MCs.
You're right.
And but the core I have always understood through hip hop music. There are songs, there are messages within that songs that talks about being true to yourself, being true to the roots, being working for your community, being working for people to elevate the your people from your area, to give somebody a positive message while entertaining is something that the kind of music that I enjoy as a hip hop listener. So I think it naturally happened that I started myself also started, writing those sort of lyrics, and I somewhere related as a human being at first place before an artist. If you relate to somebody's ideologies, idea, representation, how they express themselves, they might be like really upfront on your face, but at the same time, the values, the core values might be really positive, even if they're saying really harsh word upfront.
Yeah.
So my style is also of that sort. Like I really like hardcore rap music, but all the MCs, that I know their core values as well because I've seen their documentaries, I've heard songs from them. For example, even Immortal Technique, his songs like Dance with the Devil, his songs like Obnoxious. So there's always this part of us that we are humans and we have the positive core, but our style of delivering that message is very upfront, is very realistic, and that's what hip hop music is. I think it's really honest, it's really upfront, and that's where it comes to people that how you segregate that part from something that some people even question me like why you mention or this word plays about even with battle rap. It's like really violent, it get violent, like there are like gun bars, there are like dissing each other, but at the end of the day, it's a sport. So similarly, I think that is where it has to be balanced, like the core and the message.
If there
Hmm.
was two songs from the album Don Life that project who Shakespeare is,
Hmm.
what songs would you suggest?
Track number uh, second, Ashfaqullah Khan,
Ashfaqullah Khan,
and the last track, Amir.
definitely.
Yeah,
Why are they so big?
incredible, bro. I mean, the first song is my homage, you can say, to the song that really got me the global recognition. It's the same verse that I have performed. I mean, it's not the same verse, but it has certain lines that I had performed on BBC Asian Network Cypher, Mumbai Cypher. So I've taken those two lines and converted it into a song,
Right.
Ashfaqullah Khan. So it has two lines like अशफाकुल्ला खान मैं आया अंग्रेजों को लूटने क्रांति मेरी शब्दों की न लड़ता मैं बंदूक से. So these two lines is where I start that track from, and gave a homage, and the beat is like boom bap, and it has scratches by Spin Doctor, and the beat is produced by one of the very first beat producers in India that I came across, and he's an OG RJV. So that track is really special, and that track is very hip hop to me, to be honest, and that's why I selected that track. And it's the track that it's my personal favorite as well on that album.
Definitely.
So that's the first one. Second one, Amir, is a very personal track because I have never written anything personal, being a battle rapper. But I naturally felt like, I should let my audience know a little bit more about my personal life, and maybe they can learn something or two or get inspired. Because I wanted to tell my story after, I have had some achievements and not use them as an excuse. But now that people know that I have done these things, and now they know my story, they will have a different effect on them. It will have a really good effect on them. I feel like even if I can do that, even they can do that. So that's the kind of message I wanted to give with that track, Amir,
Amen.
because
Oh.
that Amir and what I am today is very different.
Is that hard? Is it hard? Like the whole thing of an imposter syndrome, Shakespeare, Amir, is it hard keeping that balance? And they simply
I don't
don't.
think so, but that is my personality, bro. Shakespeare is not an imposter, and Amir is also not somebody that is not real. It's just that, Shakespeare is there because Amir lacks something, and Shakespeare is there because Amir wanted to channel and vent. So we are like friends.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah,
That's deep.
yeah,
That's some
yeah,
Kartik calling Kartik kind of stuff there, man. That's just deep.
yeah,
I was going to ask, like as a judge for battle raps, like I
yeah,
believe you've judged some battle rappers as well.
yeah,
What
yeah,
are the
yeah.
criteria that everyone looks at to regard a good rapper?
Uh, there are a lot of criterias, bro. But since I have judged so many battles, and I've learned something really interesting that I would like to share. Apart from that, I would say technically, let's go technically first.
Yep.
With the rappers, there are always criteria that even with the organizers and other people also have, that you should have good lyricism, good flow, delivery, stage presence, crowd interaction,
Mm.
uh, vocal texture. A lot of things are there. Those are technical. But when I was judging so many gigs, I saw there are like so many people and there's so much of competition. How to choose one? It was really tough for me. So I was just trying to understand what criteria to add, because most of the time, if 10 people are not great, at least three, four guys are good at all those criterias. They all had good delivery, good flow, good punchlines, good crowd presence. So it becomes really hard to, judge at that point of time. Then what comes is that, the connection, that X factor, you can say. So I always look at that X factor first. And now I do not write, if in the recent competitions that I have judged, like quite a few years back, the criteria that I have added is I had stopped, putting it down that this guy is this great, he's 5 out of 10, he's 8 out of 10. I have stopped that. I just hear and feel it. Oh, this guy has it. He has it, what needs to be done. And it's an unspoken and kind of thing that is the most important criteria, that X factor. If you listen to Park, you will be like, whoa, what is he saying? And then you forget all the other parameters, delivery, flow, this, that. If you connect, if you get goosebumps,
Yeah.
that is there.
It seems like
So
authenticity.
apart from technical criteria,
So they've got to feel
yeah,
they've got
authenticity.
to bring
Yeah, yeah,
authenticity and they were supposed to. So definitely
yeah.
important.
They're authentic. Because even in competition, bro, I saw a lot of people trying to sound like some other rapper in India. Like I have seen so many people try to use lyrics like Divine Bhai after he got popular. So that thing, you be like, oh, even though he's so tight, he's good, he's rapping, but this style, something doesn't feel authentic, you know?
Mm.
So that's why I was mentioning this point, that that there's something that you cannot put technically in and just feel that vibe.
Just
And
because it
you really
works.
pointed it well. That's, yeah, authenticity is the right term.
What are your aspirations and what's the goal for Shakespeare in hip hop and the scene?
Goals are short-term goals and long-term goals, both are there, bro. Because I honestly believe in first achieving the short-term goals in order to go to have being able to achieve the longer, I mean, like bigger goals in life. And I think I've been on that journey. Right now, I'm just doing the same things, like trying to achieve smaller goals. Like, for example, my goal first was to have form a collective Bombay local and then spread
Tick.
awareness about hip hop culture. So that is tick mark. Then I wanted to have a catalog, like music out there that inspired people, gets people together. So I am on that goal right now. So I am in terms of putting out more and more music out, because when I was chasing that first goal, I didn't have time to have my catalog and more music and more albums out. Right now I'm making a lot of music. I'm already working on new music, all new EPs and stuff, since this is the zone that I am in. This is the next goal that I see, that I want to have really impactful musical catalog and music that really inspire people, and that goes in hand with the whole idea, or like the whole objective that I had with Bombay Local. Is the same objective, same impact that I want to create and take it forward with my music. Earlier, it was little bit of my music, little bit of my battle rap influence, and more of my organization skills and management skills with Bombay Local. Now I want to do it with my music being the driving force of it, and then take them all together to different another goal next, making it more bigger, trying to go global, maybe do tours in UK, get my artist over there, and we do collaborative things. And that's what we are still on, bro. We just had the opportunity recently. Logic came to India from UK, underground rap artist that I've really been fond of and have been inspired by music. And we did a track together. So that was like one of my dreams come true when the short goals and are becoming bigger now. So I want to get this whole movement to a global level and, still try to build more things in here. Like if you talk about my long-term goal, I want to be able to do hip hop festivals with Bombay Local, with this artist traveling. And that's why I connected with MC Solomon, because even he has been pushing that same objective to with Goa Hip Hop Festival, and that's how we met, and that's how this whole relationship has taken to Don Life till now. It's the product of that, bro. It's the same objective that we had. He was doing the hip hop festival and same intention that I had, and I was like, wow, this he's from London and he's doing hip hop festivals in India. Who's this guy?
Yeah, yeah,
And he was like, who is this guy who's doing collective things in Mumbai? What I am trying to do with my festival. So it was the similar objective that came together, bro. And we did tracks, Bombay to London, Shankara, which are like underground favorites of my listeners.
yeah,
So that connection also happened with that. So my objective is to take it global, do festivals, collaborations, and on also on the ground level, I want to have a school. Like that is my ultimate goal, a school for, underprivileged kids or anybody, any kid or anyone, teenagers who want to learn the art of hip hop, the hip hop culture, who want to learn about hip hop culture. I would want to have a school kind of workshop kind of place where there are like different floors. Somebody is teaching graffiti, somebody is, teaching to freestyle, battle rap,
beautiful.
and DJing. Everything is happening. It's like a school, bro. That
I
would really
think
empower the youth.
sometimes when we're talking, eventually you can change the world with these little steps, and I love that. I think it's a very honest opinion. I was having a conversation. People want to be like as big as David Bowie, but they've got 10 songs. You got to understand, these people have 70 to 80 album worths with 20
Yeah,
songs.
bro.
Until you've got a body and a catalog, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
Oh, I
exactly.
love that. We're going to be excited to watch out everything. We've got 2 songs to go and check out, definitely from Don Life and the whole album.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
looking forward as well. Will you be dropping more videos?
Yeah, yes, bro. We just dropped Juloos and there are more videos planned with Shake the Dawn, Bowl, and like Bande Hardcore. So more stuff coming, bro. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped up, like back to back music videos, then doing gigs, launch, tour,
Mad.
European tour, maybe be out there in London, inshallah. So,
Yeah, let's
all
go.
these things happening, bro. Yeah, yeah.
And I respect you and thank you very much for
Thank
bringing
you
this
so much for
more.
having me, bro. I want to give shout out to Kamani Records for making this happen as well, bro. MC Solomon, Kamani Records, because they are really, making this, bridging this gap, bro. Like international, taking this hip hop culture from India and representing it globally and collaborative efforts. I really love that, man. If somebody is doing that, I really give that props. Like people like Bobby Friction, MC Solomon,
Um,
uh, uh, this guy Logic, all are inspirational, bro, and I really appreciate that. What contribution y'all are doing with your platforms and your venues that y'all have. So really appreciate that, bro.
Shakespeare's a real honor and real pleasure, my brother.
Shout out to I Am Hip Hop. That's what we
Yes,
are. Don
yes,
Life.